Hello, I'm Sister Rose Pacatte here in Los Angeles to talk about movies in theaters this week. At the top of my list is Disney's Winnie the Pooh. This is not a high-concept 3D animated film. This is a book come to life with the original artwork animated on the original classic stories by A.A. Milne. I just loved it. All of the nuns that went to see it really enjoyed it, and so did the audience. It was so great to hear fathers and mothers and kids all laughing, probably at different things, but there was no subtext to this. There was no innuendo that would make people uncomfortable. It was a charming story about choosing one's friend over oneself. So it is very sweet. You would expect that from Winnie the Pooh, who was always in search of honey. But aren't we all in search of sweetness and kindness? And that's what this film is about. There's a lot of virtue in this film if you want to kind of unpack it. Now, Horrible Bosses is kind of a horrible film, but it's also kind of funny, unfortunately. I will say this, that with between the unsuitable language and inappropriate behavior on the part of the bosses and these three employees, if there was an airplane version, it will only last 5 minutes. However, bullying in the workplace is just as serious a problem as bullying in schools. I think we carry these things from our childhood to our adulthood if we don't develop a good character. So there is something to talk about here, and I'm not recommending it, but it's good for you to know it's out there, and that if people who see it and think it's really funny, you're going to know why. It's the Three Stooges downgraded for the 21st century, but it does have something to say. Now, my next film is Terry. It's an independent film starring John C. Reilly as a high school principal. Terry is this really big kid who's out of place. He even wears pajamas to school because they're more comfortable for him. It's about kids on the fringe and a principal who tries to see their good hearts. So I liked this film for that reason, but the kids act out, and that will make some viewers uncomfortable. But there's something to say about engaging our empathy for kids who are on the outskirts of the society of high school. It's a hard time for kids. Now, my last film is The Zookeeper. 5 writers are credited with creating the script for this movie. When you have more than 2 writers on a script, you're in trouble already. 5 means, and who knows how many other people, that they really had to jump in there and try to save this romantic comedy where the zoo talking animals try to teach Kevin James how to court his former flame and maybe find a new one and a more suitable partner in the end. It wasn't very funny. It was rather flat and boring. So I'm sorry to say that. It wasn't a bad film. There wasn't anything in it that was really offensive, but it wasn't really very interesting. So for longer reviews of Winnie the Pooh and Horrible Bosses, please check out AmericanCatholic.org. Those are written essays. Also check out my video review for Harry Potter, the new Harry Potter film, on AmericanCatholic.org. Thank you, may God bless you, and I hope you'll join me next time when we look for seeds of the Gospels in today's movies.